Mitali Nikore, an economist, Dr. Sanjeev Bagai, Chairman, Nephron Clinic, Dr. Richa Sareen, Consultant, Fortis Hospital. Dr. Richa Sareen, if I could come to you at this point, like I just said, from doctors to economists to the State Bank of India, everybody is saying only one thing right now. Vaccinate, vaccinate and vaccinate. Now we know that the government has eased the current restrictions that we have on vaccination by allowing vaccination of everyone above the age of 45 from the 1st of April. That certainly is good news, but fact of the matter, doctor, is that India's vaccination drive is still moving at a woefully slow pace. According to one estimate, just a little over 3% of our population has been vaccinated so far. 7% of our vaccines have been wasted because they've just expired, and at the current rate, India could take years, definitely in excess of 3 years, to vaccinate its entire population. And therefore, when everybody agrees that vaccination is the only way forward, what do we need to do to hasten this drive, to quicken its pace?
Yeah, good evening, Neha, and good evening to all the panelists. I absolutely agree that the situation that we are in now, that we started the vaccination drive way back in January, we should have had a larger population vaccinated, and the vaccination pace in India is quite slow. We'll have to involve the private sector in a bigger way. We will have to have more clinics offering vaccination. Now that when vaccination will be allowed from 1st of April and 45 years and above, we'll have to open more centers. Government has definitely increased the timing from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. That will help, because what we are seeing in the second wave is that it is not the elderly who are coming. It is the population between 30 to 50 years who are coming. It is because now the lockdown is over, the economic activities have opened up, everybody is going out, going to work, going to malls, going everywhere. So it is the younger population who is falling sick, who is probably getting the infection home and spreading it to the other people. So, we have to keep this in mind that not just 45 years and above, we have to bring the vaccination to almost everybody above age of 18 years. Only then can we, think of a time when we'll be able to overcome the pandemic. Because with time, the mutant strains are coming. God forbid if we come to a point where the current vaccines are ineffective against the mutants, then we'll be in a situation which is even worse than what 2020 was.
And that is a big concern that everyone has, because already if you look at the rate at which infections are growing, it is very clear the second wave is higher in its intensity than the first. Let's keep our fingers crossed. As far as the fatality rate is concerned, yes, we did better than most Western countries as far as the fatality rate is concerned. But given the rate of infections, it is a scary situation. And, both of you talked about mutants. We will talk about that in greater detail in just a moment. Dr. Sareen, these double mutant variants have been detected in 18 states across India. And talking about other variants, I believe there are more than 700. We've heard about the UK variant and the Brazil variant and the South Africa variant, but actually there are more than 700. It's beyond the grasp of the average person. Given that this presents a new challenge, and the SBI report predicts that the peak of the second wave that we're talking about is something that could come towards the end of April and could last 100 days. Very quickly, how should India brace itself? How should the health sector brace itself?
The experience from our hospital, we've recently had an upsurge of last 1 week, we've had an upsurge of COVID cases. Almost 80% of them have either had COVID in the past or they've had one shot of the vaccine. And there's been a case where the patient was on ventilator for COVID 9 months back. His antibodies are highly positive. His spike protein antibodies are highly positive, but he's down again with COVID. So these things are now becoming a very dilemma, and it is going to become it is going to bring a lot of challenges in the coming times, because we are getting more and more cases wherein people have taken one shot of the vaccine, few days back or
Can I
almost 20
quickly
days
come in
back,
there, Dr.
and they are
Sareen?
coming up
Adar
and they are
Poonawala.
coming up with
Adar
fresh
Poonawala
infections.
recently said that even though in certain cases people may get the coronavirus after getting the first shot, and now the government says there should be a longer gap of 6 to 8 weeks between two Covishield shots, he says it's been found that there is at least 70% protection even after one shot. So even if you do get the virus, maybe it sort of blunts the effect of the virus on the body. Is that an assessment you would agree with? That's Adar Poonawala on record.
So basically, it is very early on. We have started seeing cases now, but I think 1 month down the line, we'll have the data also that even though people who've taken one shot of the vaccine, if they are sick enough to be admitted to the hospital, it does not mean that it is a mild infection.
Okay.
So, and it also depends on how many days after taking the shot you are developing the infection. Some people are developing it within 2 days, 5 days. So
Okay.
definitely in them, the vaccine, taking vaccine or not taking vaccine is more or less the same.
Yes.
So these things are, creating more challenges for us now.
Yes.
Like earlier, we used to offer plasma to anybody who was sick. Now we have to do a lot of other things. The new guidelines will also come up.
Yes,
very
plasma
soon about that,
therapy,
because
in fact, is no longer recommended as far as I know. But you've made a worrying point there. Whatever Adar Poonawala may claim, he is, of course, the chief of the Serum Institute of India, which has manufactured Covishield, and it is also the largest manufacturer of vaccines in the world. But despite his claims, you're saying you know of people who got one shot and were still sick enough to need hospitalization. That should scare all of us.